Please note the audio on this recording has nothing to do with the actual events. The audio is recorded incidentally while capturing the imagery from the screen of the computer. Just want to make sure there's no confusion. So starting now. Screen. Kind of closed down the store early because I was checking out the nature of what was going on outside the store all day, and it seemed like we were getting cased pretty terribly. So I was offering permission to wrap things up a little bit early. And now you can see me keeping an eye out. And you can see these two guys scoping out my store from two different angles. One guy on the bench and one guy kind of a couple blocks down the street on the right hand side. We got seen walking by earlier together. And there, that right there is the car pulling up. The Volvo that I alluded to. It's going to back into the spot right here. And this was the gentleman who I was supposed to meet for an appointment regarding some gear that he ultimately wanted to try to sell to us. So our appointment was for 7 o'clock. He was a little bit late, and so I came out to deal with him. He wanted to know initially if it was too late. He said he could do it tomorrow. I said I think we can probably do it today. But now you'll see me looking to the left down the street where I'll see kind of a gang of kids, young men, let's put it that way, coming down the street towards us. And I kind of remembered him sort of knowing these folks from earlier, and it just didn't seem right. It's at the end of the day, I've got my kid and my wife are inside the store, as you'll see later. And so at that moment, it just didn't feel right, not based upon the day. And I pointed out to him that I was going to actually lock up and I didn't want to do it right then and there. And I'm sorry not to take it personally, I said to him. So he's looking for his mates right there, near because I just had an appointment with just this one gentleman, not with a mob of like 20 people. We're actually closed at this point of the day. And so, I was already extending a privilege for him to deal with me sort of in this after hours period. I certainly wasn't like just trying to get, 20 people into the store. So this is the guy who's driving the Volvo, and you can see his Volvo right here that's opened up. And let's sort of put his parking brake on so you'll see the car kind of rolling forward a little bit. Ultimately. And now I think I'll stop in my dialogue until I can get my department. I just thought that might help a little bit in terms of the background of what's going on here. So, I've been in the Allendale for 3 years. I've never seen any of these cats before. Do you know the one guy who was in the car, as I kind of mentioned to you, at least to the one officer who I spoke with earlier, by virtue of the fact that he's come into the store once or twice before. The rest of these cats are all new to me, and yet he said that they were all from the immediate neighborhood, which, I don't know, seems strange to me. Beyond that, I'll say that I saw a couple of them later on in the evening, beyond this period of time, and hanging out at the Mills Motel when I was circling back around to check out my business and make sure it was okay later on in the evening. I swore fortune in instruments in my place, and course, still be vulnerable there at times, as you can imagine. I'd already told him to not bring out any gear, that I wasn't going to do it, and he brought everything out still, and then trying to guilt trip me into opening up in a way. Like, see, I'm trying to do like right there, like that. What was that all about right there? That was the moment I told you about, in terms of when it just didn't feel right, when they kind of lunged for the door like that. And that's confirmed for me that it was a big mistake, because like those guys had nothing to do with my deal. It's after hours, that they have no reason to come into the store. That was just nonsense what happened out there. In fact, it confirms, for me at least, I feel pretty good about my decision to lock up based on that. So this guy's now going to try and guilt trip me about not opening up, saying that basically that because I'm not down with those guys right there, I'm an idiot because they're the ones that look out for my business, and so on, right? Which obviously bothered me. And then he starts hollering at them about what a jerk I am for like disrespecting them like that. Yeah, he'd been my bro earlier on in the day. It's like, we were like super tight in his view. At least that's the way he was presenting things. And I'm like, dude, I can't let you guys in. See the way they just came back here. They're like, basically they went to the side there to see if he could get me to open the door, by virtue of the fact that they weren't going to be hanging out in front of the store for a moment. Didn't work, obviously. It did bother me what he was saying to them, because I still didn't know what the real situation was, and made me think that perhaps, maybe I am disrespecting the wrong folks here, and maybe it was a mistake on my part, but I don't believe that that's the case, as you'll see subsequently. And it's like, it's give me some grief right there. And so you'll see, I actually do come out of the store. I wait for a moment when I can open the door safely, and I come out of the store and I confront them on my own, because I'm like, you know what? It's not my family, you guys, and I'm not gonna open up my store after hours to a bunch of folks I don't know, coming in all aggressively when I've got my 5-year-old kid and my wife in there. Okay, so I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being, treating you guys in any bad way, because here I am right in front of you, physically telling you what's up. That's called being straight up, right? I don't think they understood a word I said, because I'm English and speak too quickly. But nonetheless, I figured it was at least worth a shot. And now that's him right there, and telling them, this guy's a jerk, he's disrespecting you guys, and just telling them so that, again, it made me feel like, just soured some kind of stuff in the future for me, myself. Somehow I was not down with the right people, but as it happens, I think I wasn't down with them in the first place, given that they probably were trying to rob us right there. But anyway, you're probably more interested in the Volvo, aren't you, sir? That's my own particular situation, not really pertinent to the thing that you're investigating. So of course you can see the Volvo, I think you saw it pull up, is clearly very, very similar to the one you guys are looking for. I guess I will fast forward it a little bit here, because again, it's not what's pertinent to you, is not necessarily what I think is interesting. So there's me going out to actually talk to him in person. My wife locks up behind me, and that's what I said. I'm telling these guys that, hey, you know what? I've got my family to look out for. I'm not going to take any chances. They were somewhat aloof to my suggestion that was okay. But nonetheless, okay. I figure it's one thing for me to put myself out there, but my family, they don't have to be along for the ride. So these guys have been walking by all day long, by the way. So that's him, cruising out. He actually kind of spun out, did like a little burnout right there onto MacArthur. So that's the end of that cat being around. And so, again, finally, I let some of these people that are working with me leave. So we sat tight during that whole period. Okay, so I think that's probably it on this one.